babe, can you check colors? Thank you. Huh? The pink more in the back. I don't know what you're saying. That? Okay. All right. Am I too saturated? Well, am I too saturated? Or the colors, are they too drawn out? Are they too pronounced? Colors are? Okay. Privacy screen. You have to turn the brightness up. Else you don't know what's. Can you start your computer? Thank you. You thought your brightness was up? What? These aren't saturated. That's what I was asking you, if the colors were too like colorful. Yeah, that's good though. Okay. You clipped it? Oh, you should. It'd be funny. Hey, Cyber Ryan. How you doing? I'm earlier today. You believe that? Kind of crazy. Wild, maybe. Some might say. Some. Sure. Let me see it. I was set to being invisible. That's why. Sure. I'll give it my best shot, okay? Ultimately, it means it's going to suck, but. Shit. Hello? All right, I'll try my best. Okay, I'll try and follow your directions again. I can do this. Breathe. Breathe. Tell Bogos will have. Give me 1 second. All right. I'm going to start in a second, okay? Promise. I'm just setting up my piano. I feel like I actually get through videos when I play my piano. Hopefully it's not too loud though. Should be fine.
explanations for Christianity are convincing enough or sufficient.
What would be convincing enough?
It would have to be, obviously, I would say arguments are a start. Evidence would be nice.
Like what evidence, what arguments would convince you?
I haven't yet heard one that's been successful, but I think if you're asking me the direction that would have to take in order for me to be consider it, like seriously consider it, it would have to be obviously sort of a combination of arguments, considerations philosophically, and then probably something more demonstrable, like evidential evidence.
Okay, but again, you're not answering my question. You're just telling
You.
I haven't yet heard one that's been successful, but I think if you're asking me the direction that would have to take in order for me to be consider it, like seriously consider it, it would have to be obviously sort of a combination of arguments, considerations philosophically, and then probably something more demonstrable, like evidential evidence.
You're going to be waiting a long time, man.
Okay, but again, you're not answering my question. You're just telling me you need evidence, but I'm
Yes, I am.
asking you what evidence exactly.
I think he meant material, which is kind of impossible with metaphysical claims, at least without new physics or something.
Do you need to know that Christ rose from the dead? Do you need to know that he was
So
an
I
actual
answer.
person?
Let me reiterate. Arguments for God or to account for certain problems within theism would be probably a start.
So just
That is
to,
direct.
Why would accounting for problems in theism be evidence for or evidence of or against God?
heads up, like you know arguments aren't convincing in themselves, right? Arguments can be convincing for different people for different reasons. So
He said evidence, but
I might
Yep.
be convinced by a different argument and you might be convinced by another one. So just saying arguments doesn't give us anything.
Well, it gives you direction. I'm not sure entirely. Your God certainly knows, but I'm not sure. what it
That's
would
why we're asking you, right?
Yeah.
That's why we're asking you what direction
'Cause
we
we don't
should
know.
go in order to prove it to you.
take. Yeah, if you have an argument, we can start with that.
Okay, so the induction
okay.
argument, because you're asking for evidence when evidence is not justified in
Where is how is the induction argument going to solve this?
an atheistic worldview.
Yeah, it is. What do you mean atheistic worldview?
I can bring up the
define
premises.
certain things.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would, I expected that anyway. But let's define our terms. By atheism, we're just meaning
I don't like this guy. Hey, why would you say that? Like, is he trying to be like a dick on purpose or what? The atheist. I expected that. I'm like, what the hell? That's all. The inductive argument. I don't see how this is going to answer a metaphysical claim. It's like purely a conclusion that's drawn from probability, describing whether it's strong or weak. It is one that you can use to evaluate the strength or like at least whether an argument's probable, but I don't really know why he moved to this.
negating the proposition of God or gods.
Correct.
That doesn't therefore entail
Creator.
For instance, the induction argument or an inductive argument against the resurrection of Jesus Christ is pretty strong. As far as we know, there is no evidence to show there's a low probability that it happened, and it's never happened after that, and the evidence surrounding it is not really conclusive in any way. So, but that doesn't really mean that God doesn't exist. I don't know what's going on right now.
anything more than that.
Yeah, creator.
Sure, let's give that. We'll agree with you there.
Okay, yeah. So there's nothing else entailed within that particular position. Obviously,
No,
evidence is going to be
so
expected under.
you're going to view reality through that lens now. You're going to view the reality that there is no objective morality hinged
That's
I don't think he said objective morality.
on the
true.
fact that there is no
What are
God.
you talking about? There's no entailment of ethics in the position of atheism. That's very low.
I mean, there can be, but what he should have said there, which he was about to say, I thought, which was, I never mentioned ethics. I don't know why he's being an asshole again.
Low tier, dude.
Okay, so you
Well, you
think
can't justify ethics.
yeah.
Yes, I can.
That's the point.
Okay.
You can absolutely justify ethics with an atheist worldview. You can use moral relativistic arguments to determine what is good and bad if you'd like. I feel like that is a justification, definitionally. Whether or not you agree with it, that's a different story. But this has the same energy as me saying like divine command theory makes it impossible to justify ethics because God essentially, said it's good. And if you only believe what God says, then is good because God says it is? Or, the famous youthful dialogue. I don't want to bring it up again. But the point is, doesn't that mean that you can't justify ethics? You're just like following what someone else says? I mean, it's just like a stupid thing to try. It's like, that's the type of energy I'm hearing right now.
Justify ethics and using.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it.
Yeah, so this is simple. So there's a couple of routes. Not saying that
I hate how he says that. Oh man, that makes me cringe. Why do you feel the need to say that? I've been okay. A little stressed lately, globalized, but sorry. I should have said hi. I don't know if you read my my Discord, but I had a recent life change a little bit. Legal stuff. Good news though is that I think all my hard work might pay off, but we'll see. Can't talk about it right now. Kantiism does not come from the teachings of Christ. If you've read Kant, Cyber, you'd know that Kant, while religion was central to his life, all of his work explicitly excludes religion because he thought that he could prove the arguments without defaulting to the low-hanging fruit of just saying God did it. It's one of the reasons I like Kant. Yeah, he excludes. I mean, Kierkegaard didn't do that. Kierkegaard very much roots a lot of his ideas in Christianity and religion, and then maybe you're thinking of Kierkegaard, but Kant specifically makes his arguments in not in spite of religion, but he purposely excludes it because he thinks that he could. And honestly, his case is kind of compelling sometimes. His case was made without religion being central to it. It can. Because Kantianism allows for religion and Christianity to be what he's talking about. So he doesn't exclude Christianity in a way that makes it so it's now outside of the circle. His whole argument allows for Christianity to fit inside. So his critique of like pure reason and all that doesn't exclude Christianity out of the argument. It just is not the argument. It's part of his critique, but he doesn't reference it. He uses different arguments, which can be substituted, right? Like he doesn't exclude Christianity out of the argument entirely. He just excludes it out of his reasoning. Again, one of the reasons I really like Kant is because
necessarily subscribe.
He like purposely chose to show people that he could make the arguments without just saying religion, and God did it.
But it's very easy to justify. Typically, I would probably hold to a quasi.
I hate this guy, dude. I fucking despise the way he talks. Why does he talk like this? Like, this is...
To view reality through that lens now. You're going to view the reality that there is no objective morality hinged on the fact that there is no
What are you talking about? There's no entailment of ethics in the position of atheist.
No. I'm talking about the atheist guy. I'm talking about the atheist guy. I don't know if you sorry, I just want to make sure. Oh, sorry. I mean, he's just being a dick.
That's very low tier, dude.
Okay, so
you know what I mean? Very low tier.
Well, you can't
it's
justify
simple.
ethics.
yeah.
Yes, I can.
That's
It's
the
simple.
point.
Okay,
Yes, I can.
Justify ethics and using.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do it.
Yeah, so this is simple. So there's a couple.
Like, oh my god.
Of routes. Not saying that I necessarily subscribe to this, but it's very easy to justify. Typically, I would probably hold to a quasi-realism. Would be my general.
Quasi, like, why are we using quasi-realism there? What are we doing? Communicate it in a much
General position,
more simple
but
way, man.
I think that you could hold like a Sam Harris position and draw a distinction between ontological and epistemic justifications.
But
for
why are
things.
those positions?
He's purposely being way too obtuse. If it's simple, then maybe you should be able to explain it without deferring to another human being's ideas, which you didn't even do a good job explaining his book.
Right.
Why, like, defining? So you would have to accept the prior that ethics and morality is for conscious agents. If you accept that prior, then we can actually move forward. It's pretty easy from there.
How would you accept this prior? mean, you can accept the prior, but that doesn't make it objectively true.
Sure.
Well, what if let's say I grant you that, right? Let's say I'm an atheist as well, and my morality says that it's okay to rape somebody. Why
That is not even relevant to what he just said, but
am I wrong?
Yeah. So once again, we can obviously give you many reasons. We can give you some epistemic justification.
and he just moves along with it. This guy, unfortunately, he didn't listen to him at all. Probably because this guy's explanation was far too annoying and insufferable and didn't really explain anything. So he just ignored it and changed topics with a red herring, and he's just going along with it.
But there's sort of a failure in your sort of reasoning there. Just because we can demonstrate something to be the case epistemically does not mean you'll have the motivation to act in said way.
I don't know how this is supposed to be about ethics or even about God at this point.
You
It's
didn't
like
answer
Sorry,
the
sorry.
question.
Wait, did I insult there? I didn't insult there, right? I'm trying. Sorry. I don't think I insulted him there.
Moral system. Can I
No,
give you
so
an
you didn't
example?
answer my question. But
Let me give you an
I want a
example.
justification for why rape is wrong in your worldview.
If it's a moral relativistic one, which I think is what he's alluding to, which this guy did not say technically. Sam Harris believes in objective morality, if I'm not mistaken. That's the whole what he brought up. But just for fun, why don't we engage on what this guy thinks he said, which is moral relativism. You can come to the position that rape is wrong in a moral relativistic worldview simply by using the moral relativism, which is in relatively, society can determine that rape is bad. Whether you think it's a good or bad way to do it, it's something they can do.
Yeah, right, because it affects human beings in a detrimentally negative way, and there's no way where you
A lot of things do that. Not a good answer.
What
can
is
turn it and
negative?
justify that it's right. Yeah, it would be
A lot of things do that. Not a good answer. Yeah, I don't really agree with Sam Harris. But I just wanted to point out that the guy here misquoted Sam Harris, and Sam Harris has an objective morality viewpoint that comes from kind of what he just said. The guy in the top left, I don't know who that is, didn't really understand what he was saying because this guy didn't say it very well and didn't communicate it in a simple way. He then moved on to assuming that this guy is a moral relativist and hit him with the age-old question of, well, if preference is all you have, then how is rape wrong? And this guy just continued on acting as if he's now a moral relativist. I don't know what the hell is going on.
bad in terms of the human experience.
What is
yeah.
bad?
Perfect.
Wait,
So,
no,
so,
no,
sorry,
bad is
sorry,
going
what-
to so
He's using terms that aren't justified.
that's fine. Yeah, we can go further and further. And then this is where I'll sort of quote him again and say that we've hit philosophical bedrock with the shovel of a stupid question.
No,
of
because-
course,
Okay, dude. I think you memorized the slogan. How does he communicate it afterwards? Let's go.
at some point, if these terms are going to mean anything to us, hold on. Yeah, well, that depends on your theories of.
I don't know if it proves that objective morality isn't a thing, but it definitely, I believe, means that you can't really make the claim that it is a thing. You know what I mean? So this is like a fallacy where you assume the antecedent, right? So you're determining the validity of something, or the truth of something based on the negative of something else. I use this fallacy to attack arguments like when atheists say that God can't be true, right? Because just simply because we don't see God in the world that we live in, the universe we see, as long as what I see, right? The evidence for it doesn't mean that you can then, because of that negative, then go on and prove or do assuming the consequent, right? So there are two different fallacies going on here, and it does mean that you can't say objective morality is true 100%, but I don't think it means that you can say it isn't a thing. I tend to I don't really know where I come up with my own personal thoughts on this, but So yeah, I mean, I actually don't know who Mortarm Adler is. I feel like objective morality, even though it probably wasn't in like a scientific nomenclature until later in human history, was very much thought about and written about. And Greco-Roman period Aristotelian ideas seemed like a Plato seemed like a place where it would start. At least in like a more organized writing fashion, right? I mean, even Exodus technically tries to do that. See here, intellectual development and philosophical evolution. Okay. And nice to meet you. He left school at the age of 14 to be a copy boy at the New York Sun. What a fucking man, dude. I don't know if that's true. I feel like that's a recent negotiation. I feel like rape as a concept is definitely something that, you know, you would receive the death penalty for in earlier civilizations and different civilizations. The idea that you can't rape your wife, I think, is more of a contemporary evangelical idea from like the 50s and 70s, leading up to the right of a woman to divorce their husband. I don't think it's true to say that like 100 years ago, people didn't think you could rape your wife. It's just, one, it was really hard to prove. Women didn't really have the same amount of rights. But if you did rape your wife, right, I feel like past civilizations would not just be like, that's a good thing. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I have Nicomachean Ethics as well as Physics. Great books. Aristotle obviously is just the more academic variation of the same Greco-Roman type of philosophy. Plato is more of a, like you said, dialectics. It's a little shorter, a little less academically orientated. I think easier to read for most people, for sure. You know, a lot of the basic philosophy. I feel like one of the best books, and someone getting into philosophy should read, would probably be, you know, the Five Dialogues. It's a fucking great book, short, super nice. Nicomachean Ethics, probably more difficult, long. You need to refer back to it a bunch of times. But yeah, you're right. Tom is right. Kind of. Homosexuality as a concept was, people probably knew, kind of, had an idea of what, you know, homosexuality was. But yeah, it's more of a recent phenomenon to like actually criminalize it, right? That doesn't mean that people in older civilizations would be okay with it. But it's hard to not be okay or be okay with something if it didn't exist really as a concept anyway, right? Let's see here. In his work, Adler argued that certain foundational problems in modern philosophy originated with René Descartes. He attributed these problems to what he characterized as insufficient engagement with Aristotle. All of these people that he just mentioned were very familiar with the classics like Aristotle. But the Enlightenment definitely took a logical turn. So it is vibes and fifis, man. That is, we make decisions on non-propositionals. The other part of your comment, I'm a little confused of, but no progression of civilization. That one I don't think is true. But the renegotiation of what societies think is okay and not okay is pretty vibe based. You know, it's like that is an accurate statement.
Knowledge and justification. If you're an infinitist, then perhaps you could hold to that. But I'm not an infinitist. I'm a
What is an infinitist? What the fuck? This guy speaks in like tongues, dude. Can you? Am I stupid, or why is he being so annoyingly obtuse? It doesn't even come up with anything if I say infinitist. That's how esoteric this guy is right now. Like, can we speak in a simpler way? Not because I'm stupid, but because if you're smart, you know you should speak ideas and communicate them without trying to hide behind some random fucking word that no one knows. I put it in quotes and it came, Google doesn't even know what this is.
Coherentist when it comes to this.
Okay, so where do you...
A coherentist? Oh my. Oops.
Wouldn't really be a
ground
problem for me.
definitions?
So once
Okay, right off the bat, a coherentist is a philosopher who supports coherentism, the theory that beliefs are justified not by single foundation, but by how well they fit together with a large. This is like, right off the bat, sounds like a very obvious fallacy, but that is a false concept. I would agree to that. The idea of Western civilization also is not even static or something that people can pin down. They think they can because from their perspective, the West is the U.S., but that's just not even true.
so again, do you understand what
I mean, there's definitely a teleological and an ontological side to all this, yeah. I'm not going to disagree with your comment. I don't know how much it has to do with that. I feel like there's a lot of factors that drive the renegotiation that humans take when it comes to things they believe in, and why they believe them. I mean, social signifying or social signaling is massive, or identity signaling. So you can promote yourself within a social or society, right? That's a pretty big driver of how people, you know, you're not a real Christian because you don't go to church 5 times a week like I do. You know, it's a signal, right?
coherentism is? This is
You lift.
you're getting knowledge gapped right now. This is really bad for you.
You're asking me questions.
I'm sorry I keep pausing, Cybermind, but man, this atheist here.
In response to my questions,
Okay.
I'm
not asking you questions. I asked you if you knew what coherentism was because that's really important.
I hate this guy. I'm sorry. I don't think that's what you asked, right? Didn't you just tell him I'm like an infinitist, or I'm not like an infinitist, or I'm a coherentist? I don't think you asked him what it was.
So Zeno, let me just interject here. Let me just interject here because we're getting a little heated and away from the topic. Will you or will you not justify why rape is wrong?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Okay. Your answer for why rape is wrong, your justification for why rape is wrong, essentially is because it made someone feel bad. Correct?
No, it's not because it made someone feel bad.
He said it was because it was detrimental to a person, which is just as stupid, I think.
Necessarily, because it has a detrimental impact on human experience. And
so does a lot of things, bro. Streaming for 24 hours a day can be a detrimental impact on your human experience. Does that make it morally bad? Listening to this individual talk about philosophy has a detrimental impact on my head. Does that make it morally bad? I don't know if I can claim that.
society and culture.
Perfect. Why is having a detrimental on human experience and society and culture wrong?
Yeah, because if these terms are going to mean anything to us, assuming you accepted the previous prior, that morality and ethics is for conscious creatures, and that our ability.
Well, this guy's definitely not a panopia, whatever the fuck that is.
Grounded is going to be epistemically, not ontological.
I urge said will or should become what we are and judge how advanced are based on what our value judgments are is silly. That's not an easy question, though. Do you think it's impossible, Rick, to demonstrate good faith or love towards others, but not love yourself? Or do you think one follows the other as a prerequisite? Fuck, what is it again? Can't play it right now. Is it in C major? A minor, I think. I know that's that's one of the problems, because he brought up Sam Harris's argument, right? That's why I pointed it out. He like misquoted Sam Harris. Sam Harris is an objective moralist, and then he starts describing utilitarianism in moral relativistic way. This guy doesn't understand what he said when he brought up Sam Harris's argument because he didn't communicate it well. Asks him the age-old question, well, how do you think rape is bad if like you decide things on preference? This guy just rolls with it because he's too interested in trying to dunk on these two. And I'm here wondering why this guy has such a confident and arrogant attitude the entire time. Like, what is happening, dude? Pick some axioms? I don't know if the self is something that you can just be axiomatic about. Sure. What course is it? Like econ macro? Econ like micro or micro? Okay. Like a survey course or intro? Just get ready to have your formulas of algebra out. Intro? Okay. Yeah. What's the question? Probably concerning like demand shifting, right? Opportunity cost. So opportunity cost is going to be the choice that a government has when deciding whether to make the age-old argument, or the age-old example is whether they should make more guns or they should make more butter. So the difference between those two, because if you make 5 tanks, you now have less resources to make, 10 butters. So you have to weigh the difference between them. And then on a chart, you can shift that. So if you make more tanks, the amount of butter you have shifts. So opportunity cost is the cost of choosing to use resources on one item or one good or service over another. Unless you already knew that. Yeah, but the opportunity cost isn't dependent on that. It's independent. It could be Planck from Ed, Edd, and Eddy making the decision. It wouldn't matter. The decision is the opportunity cost. Do not read Thomas Sowell's Basic Economics, for the love of God. Please do not read that book. Sorry, I was responding to Rick. Please don't do that to yourself. I'm sure actually that book probably can describe some basic stuff in economics perfectly fine, but because of Thomas Sowell's, entire history of everything else, do not read them. I can just give you a textbook if you'd like. Many. So for example, if you can make 400 what? 400. You talking about money? So opportunity cost is more about spending on a good or service. So the creation or like the gaining of money, I don't really think is something you use to describe opportunity cost. It's more about how you spend the money. Just copy and paste the question. I'll help you out. Where are you? Yep. Correct. Because milk is required as a prerequisite to make any one of those three. And it requires a certain amount of milk that is variant between those three. It's a dependent variable. So cheese could take maybe, I would assume, less. Ice cream would probably take a lot. Butter might be less than cheese now that I think about it. So, but I think there's more to this question, right? No. The opportunity cost is simply just an economic question. It is. You can solve for the local police department and predict that Theo the thief, who they've been tracking with your help, will steal card night. Teslas are worth more, but require him to obtain special lock disabling equipment that will cost him $100 to use. Theo knows he can steal less expensive ones. What is this question? Okay. So if we were going to write this out, writing these types of questions out might help. So we look at, if you try to understand this question by just reading the question a bunch of times, it might be a little hard to like describe the variables and what's going on. So the better way to do this would be Teslas cost $100 to unlock, right? So we'll put Tesla, we'll put a little spot for Tesla here. All right. $100 to unlock. And then we'll put a Honda, which is $40 to unlock, all right? Now these are going to be minuses. And then it says that you can sell the Honda for $300, right? So you can plus $300 if you sell the Honda. And then the Tesla, you can sell for $400 if you sell it, right? So what is the totals at the end here, right? 400 minus 100. Is going to be $300 total net at the end, right? And then It doesn't really include time though, which would complicate this pretty dramatically. But I don't know how long it would take to sell a Honda, but it could be faster or slower. Tesla people probably want it a lot. And then the Honda, you'd get 260 at the end. So the difference between the two, right, is 300 and then 260. Now, I don't really like the way it's describing this because it's a little... There are more Hondas, yeah. It's a little weird. You've just stumbled upon why economics is extremely suspect sometimes, my friend. Because all of the beautiful math that you see in economics can be based on some dude's, variables that end up sounding exactly like what you just said. You're like, wait a minute, all of this differential, stochastic matrixy math is like based on what? Say that again. What is going on here? Where is my reading? Textbooks. Is this all of them? Yeah, it is. Okay. I personally prefer the Perloff book, so 300 is is there $100? The answers were A, 260, B, 300, and yes, but 300 isn't an answer option. B is asking, where is your B? I only see A and C, unless that face is B. Oh, it is the face. Okay. B turned into the stupid emote for me. It's like, what? The opportunity cost of stealing the Honda is not 300. No, it's 260. The opportunity cost of stealing a Tesla is 300. Right? It should be inverse. 260 for B and 300 for A. Are those answers? I don't know. I don't really like it. I'm going to be honest with you. The reason being is mainly because I feel like there's better ways to describe this, but not every textbook's the same. But I think A is 302 or B is 260, right? Or do you have those answers? I think that seems a little more accurate. It's multiple choice. What is the answer then? Is 40? Is $40 an answer? I mean, there's only so many numbers we have here. Yeah. Give me a sec. Sorry, I got trolled by a bunch of annoying little shitheads, so I had to make it exclusive, I guess. A, $100. B, 400. C, 260. D, 360. That's the answers for A, right? Question A, okay. And it's asking opportunity cost of stealing a Tesla. So the difference between I'm pretty sure A would probably have to be... You know what? Let's just go to the definition. I'm going to pull up the definition in my one of the textbooks that I refer to a lot. There we go. Pull you up. Yeah. Where's some math? Meredith's firm sent her to a conference for managers and has paid registration fee, including the registration fee as admission to a class on how to price derivative securities such as options. She's considering attending, but her most attractive alternative opportunity is to attend a walk by Warren Buffett. To calculate her opportunity cost, determine the benefit that Meredith would forego by attending the derivatives class. Because she incurs no additional fee to attend the derivatives talk, Meredith's opportunity cost is the foregone benefit of hearing the Buffett speech. Because she values hearing the Buffett speech $100, her net benefit from hearing that talk is $60. Thus, her opportunity cost of attending the derivatives talk is $60. So for B, I believe it's well, maybe I should take my economics tag off. The derivatives talk would be the second one. We have cost of that is 100 minus the 40, 60. I believe B may be C, and A should be 3. A should be 260, and B should be the additional $40. I don't know. I don't really like the way your question's phrased, but I should be able to answer it. Just give it another go. Concept of an opportunity cost. The key example of such an opportunity cost is the value of an owner's time. For example, that's going to complicate it. However, Mayon could work for another firm and earn $11,000. Okay, so here we go. He pays himself only a small salary of $1,000. The opportunity cost of his time is $11,000 from his best alternative use of his time, not the $1,000 he actually pays himself. So, as a result of his firm's total opportunity cost is the opportunity cost of his time plus the explicit amount he pays for inputs that he buys from markets. So, the opportunity cost of his time is going to be from the next best option, right? So, A should be, if I'm not mistaken, 260. C, and then B should be 340. 340, I think. Someone who decides to not steal the Tesla is incurring an opportunity cost of $100 here, right? Or $300. So yeah, I think B is 340, and then A is you're incurring the $40. So that one would be 260. So A would be 260 and B would be 340. Sorry. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe you can check that though. Wait, 100 minus 40, and then that gives you the 60. And then A, I think A is actually, sorry, 360, and then B is 340. No, 300. Is that an option? That would be 340. I don't even know if I helped you out that much, though, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, I know it should be an option. Sorry, it's you have to add one of them together. I mean, I could sit here and do the concepts, I guess. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? It's been a long time. I studied econometrics too. Like, what the fuck? I like to think of myself as a problem solver. Yeah. Like, usually when I explain opportunity cost, it's kind of like something like this, you know. And you have a relationship between like this, okay? And you have to like decide econometrics, which I don't even know if I should say it out loud now, but econometrics is essentially mathematical statistical analysis of economics using creating models, fabricating models. I didn't finish my degree though, but it's pretty math based. It is cool, but then someone else in chat earlier, I believe it was Riddle. Yeah, Riddle said this, and it's like very accurate because a lot of economics is, the best way I can describe it is you're taking like words and sentences and you're trying to prescribe an integer to it, like a number. And what that means is you often end up with, you know, vibes. It's just vibes. But the math looks good. Once you find a number, the math can be very impressive. But it often can just be hidden behind like real vibes. You know what I mean? Because economists don't like to defer outside of their discipline that often. So, can I play it? I'm gonna finish watching this video for Cyber.
If you agree with those particular set of priors, then it would follow that we can actually justify that these things are wrong in the scope of our human experience.
All your opinion. It's all based on your opinion.
But give me a second, I'll check it.
No.
Morality can be
so what's it based on?
Can be grounded epistemically or ontologically at the same time.
What would be the distinction? What do you think the distinction between an ontological and an epistemic justification is?
Wait, hang on, but
well, I mean, obviously, it would probably have to be the ought, right?
why can't you answer the question that I asked you?
What do you think the difference?
You can describe something factually, but I don't really think that means that you can decide or say that it ought to be that way, just because you can reason factually things about it.
I need to make sure you understand we're on par with
because
you're
not answering my questions. I asked you, what are you basing these truths off of other than your opinion? You said it's not your opinion. What are you basing these truths off of? What's your justification to say that's true is what I'm asking.
To say what's true?
What you're saying is true. What's your justification to say what you are saying is true?
My priors or the claim that we can
the claim that you just made.
Yeah, so once again, if you accept the set of priors and how we're attempting to ground this, right?
He doesn't accept them. Stop saying that.
We say that who else would
Also, I don't know how that really is an answer. But
ethics and morality be for? Let's just justify the
No,
prior. It wouldn't be for anybody else. Wouldn't serve any
I'm
of the
not
purposes.
asking about your presuppositions. I'm asking, why is what you are saying justified? Why is what you are saying true? Because you're taking it as truth. You're making a truth claim. Why is what you are saying true?
Right. So I can give you some like epistemic grounding if you want. Like,
sorry. Hopefully that helped a little bit. If you'd like, here, I need to approve you for my thing really fast. And then I have a link to all of my reading material and textbooks that I've gathered over the years for economics and everything. And I'll just give them to you, okay? You can go further if you'd like. I mean, if you'd like. But I'd really like the Perloff textbook quite a bit. But here's a link to it, okay? It also has some of my own personal writing and everything, but a lot of textbooks and other things. From advanced theory to econometrics to, Please do not read Thomas L. Please do not read Thomas L. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
it's not that hard to ground.
Yeah, I want an objective truth standard. Otherwise, it's all subjective. Otherwise, everything's subjective because truth is unchanging. Truth is unchanging. The problem with his argument right now is it's an appeal to divine command in a way. He's leading him there, right? But I mean, this question was asked a long time ago. Over 2,000 years ago, okay? Does God think that good is good, or that good is good, right? Because he says it is, or because good is good? And in either of those scenarios, it invalidates what he's saying, in my opinion. Because it either means that God subscribes to a moral framework in which good is not what God says. Divine command theory, kind of stupid. And then the second outcome there is like, if good is only good because God says it is, I mean, that is something that can change, right? does not matter what you say. Again, it matters what truth says.
Like, are you saying like by true, are you meaning like analytic?
No, any type of truth. Like, I would ask you, how would you define truth?
Yeah, something that corresponds with reality.
I got you. It's my truth.
What is reality?
This experience that we're having, the world, the universe.
So this experience that we're having.
This experience, dude. This guy's about to hit us with his DMT trip. I feel like. Just life, bro. Everything's an experience. Don't you know sacred geometry is exactly what you all need to study right now?
Truth.
No, a lie would be the opposite.
But is a lie part of the experience that we're having?
Yes, it exists within the domain.
So the lie
again, that's why I said something.
Hang on. So that
what happened to our friend?
Hang on. By your logic, you just said
what happened to him?
A lie corresponds with reality, and whatever, or a lie is a.
What about them? Yeah. Plato's question is solely reserved for the authority, though, which would be God in this case, or Jesus himself, kind of, depending on how you look at Jesus as a divine figure. But what Matthew says is not an authority on this idea, because God, the ultimate deferral here would be God, right? I don't think Matthew gets to decide what it is. If he did, then it would absolutely be changing.
Part of the experience we're having, and the experience that we're having corresponds to reality, and whatever corresponds to reality is true. And you said true.
I don't know how you can just literally jump ship to that.
Truth is not a lie. Therefore,
here's the thing:
in your logic,
we would agree.
A truth is a lie. That's what you just.
Not true. So, no, so we would agree that.
Exactly
Well, I would say that lies exist. Like lies are true in the form that they exist, right? That's why we delineate between like knowledge would be a great way. Like knowledge is something that's true, right? That's what we would say.
Knowledge is true.
Truth is God's word.
If you know something, you know something to be true.
No, truth.
Truth is God's word. Okay.
That's fine. You could sort of.
I mean, it's a good moral lesson, but is there truth that you should love your neighbors? Objective truth? Is there an objective truth in loving the Lord your God? I find it'd be really hard to answer those. I think it's more of a, you can believe there is. If it means something to you, then absolutely go for it, you know? But if you want to communicate it to others, I think it falls pretty flat in trying to demarcate from just like your fifis and then, sorry, your vibes and then what the other person's experience might be.
Throw that in there. You're very philosophically malnourished and it's difficult.
Oh my gee. You're very, it's just like
have this sort of conversation.
Well,
well, he's tying them together. This individual tied them together just now, right? Did he not? I'm pretty sure he did.
You're very puffed up in your own wisdom.
Essentially, you're saying that truth is true because that's what is true. Yeah. You're using big words to say it.
No. Yeah. So whenever
he is using big words to say it and not communicating it. I think a better way to describe what he said is a negative number is still a positive distance away from zero. That's what he means to say. As in, a statement or a lie can be false, but it's true in the sense that it is a statement or something like that, right? So when you count a negative number, even though it is a negative number, you count a positive distance, a real number to that negative number, right? At least I think that's what he's trying to say.
I was defining truth when I said something that corresponds with fact or reality, which is just the typical definition that's given. You sort of tried to point out
that it's not the definition.
When we say lie, that exists in reality. I agree that it exists in reality, but if you're saying a lie, that's something that would not correspond directly with fact or reality. Like if I said to you, a triangle has 4 sides, of course that particular statement exists within reality, but it doesn't correspond with the analytic understanding of a triangle.
But that's what you said what truth is. You said truth is what corresponds with
I think you're a rectangle.
The reality, and you just said something.
I redefined by saying fact or reality.
Okay, fact. Okay, so what is a fact and what is reality?
Yeah, so fact is something that would be necessarily true, or necessary.
Huh? Isn't that just like a type of argument? Or valid? What? It'd be like a deductive, valid argument right now, right? Or am I crazy? Let's see. Deductive argument tries to prove conclusion is certainly true. Valid conclusion is necessarily true. Okay. How does this describe a fact?
So a fact is what is true. Truth is fact, and fact is what is true.
I don't think a fact really tells the truth. You can use facts to tell a lie.
Yeah, so once again, a fact is something that is more like analytic, something that's necessarily the case.
Do you not?
Isn't a fact more just like something that is independent? And like an objective statement about something?
Do you not hear what you did you not hear what you said though?
Do you know what necessary is? like in a philosophical context.
Hang on, I don't want to run away from what you just said.
It's not running away. You just don't want to define anything. You're retarded.
I did define what truth is.
What does necessary mean? What does necessary mean?
I did define what truth is.
What does necessary mean?
Truth is God's word. So you said that
what does necessary
is fact.
mean?
I'm not going to go on these tangents because you.
What does necessary mean?
Let him tell us what necessary means, because I think he'll bury himself here. Tell us what necessary means.
Yeah. So by necessary, we mean could not be otherwise.
Okay. How do you know that?
Yeah, because it would be analytic.
And how do you know
because
that?
It's true.
No,
Could not be otherwise. That is quite the claim, man.
If, like, what do you mean by, like, if something's analytic?
Something is necessary because it's
by
true,
definition,
right?
It could not be otherwise by definition.
If he wants to go down the analytic route, we could take him on the induction premises.
That's true.
We could take him through those premises. So
I think he's giving you a deductive argument, but
so Zeno, let me know if you agree with these premises. Premise 1: humans use past experiences and observations to make predictions about future events. Would you agree with that premise?
No, I'm going to hear the whole argument before I start dissecting premises.
What do you mean? You need to agree.
dude, holy insufferable, bro. I do not like this guy on the bottom.
Agree with the premises before you get into the argument.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of premises.
Or
the argument, argumentation, or there's no point of engaging in the argumentation if you just.
I think he should have used the deductive argument premises, not like not a inductive one, because what he was describing earlier is a inductive argument. Statements of evidence are reasons that, if true, logically guarantee the conclusion is truth. So, again, you can have a valid deductive or inductive argument, and then you can have a sound one if it satisfies all of the necessary premises. Because it's a chain. Okay, so what's happening right now in an inductive argument is you are essentially giving a premise, and then you go further and further into detail until you get to a point where maybe the argument is no longer sound or valid, right? So the argument that they're trying to bring him on the flowchart right now, kind of like what I just brought up, the flowchart thing here. This guy. So for inductive, we have strong, weak, cogent, and uncogent. I think the guy was necessarily doing like a deductive argument right now. He seems more analytical, is what he said. So it would be this. Inductive arguments are where you try to understand something through like a process, or from like medicine, okay? A vaccine is implied to be true because we know that the vaccine contains something from a different substance or a different compound out of like a plant or something like that, right? So you could say an inductive argument would be something like, is it true that vaccines, that the polio virus is used to vaccinate polio? And, you're kind of implying the conclusion is true, right? And then you go on to try and give a premise like, is it probable, right? Given the fact that vaccines for polio contain polio, and you're like, yeah. And then you can go further and go, well, is it all of polio, or, is there something in polio? They're trying to give him on the flowchart.
I want to know if you agree or disagree with the premise.
So once again,
just so we know the premise again, I'm just going to go back so you can hear it. Well, you can agree. Well, they're asking him to just give an answer, and he's refusing to. He wants to hear all the premises first, which, because he wants a deductive argument. Okay, he's speaking in a deductive way, in my opinion, and they are asking him an inductive argument right now. So I think they're just talking past each other. But he could recognize this if he wasn't malnourished, and just answer the question.
Those premises. So Zeno, let me know if you agree with these premises. Premise 1: humans use past experiences and observations to make predictions about future events.
Now that premise, again, it's inductive. We are implying the conclusion is probably true here. Okay. And I think it's strong. I think it's probably cogent. Okay. And now we're going to get the other premises to determine whether or not this entire argument is going to be, strong.
Would you
or
agree
cogent.
with that premise?
No, I'm going to hear the whole argument before I start dissecting premises.
What do you mean? You need to agree.
I guess I see what's happening now. He technically, to know whether or not it's strong or cogent, needs to hear all the premises. But he could just, for the sake of the conversation, one by one, agree or disagree to the premises, so he doesn't have to list them off like a fucking bullet point list
with
at
the
end.
Premises before you get into the argument. Yeah. That's the whole point of premises.
I mean, you're saying the argument right now. But...
Or the argumentation, or there's no point of engaging in the argumentation if you disagree with any of the premises.
I want to know if you agree or disagree with the premise.
So once again, if you could post the argument, that's fine. I'm not going to get intuition pumped here. You can sort of post it and I'll read through it.
You have the same issue that David Hume had with induction, and you're not able to get around it because I'm going down that road.
I don't think Hume's problem of induction is justified. I think that's silly.
Okay, perfect. So answer my premises then. And premise one: humans use past experiences and observations to make predictions about future events. Do you agree with this premise?
What's premise two?
So you do agree with the premise because you are doing it.
No.
Yeah, you're continuing.
Well, I didn't say anything, mind you. I didn't say anything. I just want to hear the argument before I make any sort of.
Your actions bear witness.
The atheist guy is technically correct right now. The argument is all of the premises, as we can clearly see. But he could just tell them that right now, instead of being a dick.
Because you're continuing to talk in this Discord call, assuming that this Discord call.
I think he probably would agree to premise one, but he is purposely avoiding answering it right now because the entire argument relies on multiple premises. So for him to even say if it's strong or weak yet, he needs to actually hear all the premises. So he is technically correct in the way that he's describing everything right now, but I think the manner in which he's describing why to them is just being a dick on purpose.
Audit anything.
Yeah, you can't ask for premise two.
The atheist guy. The atheist guy is correct right now because he can't really say whether or not the argument is strong or weak yet unless he hears all of the premises, because you have to be given the premises. He could, though, answer and say, I agree with that premise, and then move on to the next one, and then say, I disagree with that premise, therefore it's weak. But he's purposely, abusing the fact that he at least knows how these arguments work, and then just being a dick on purpose.
Unless it's the first premise is factually correct.
That is not how. No. You can have premises that are built off of initial premises, but no, that is not how an inductive argument works.
Yeah, we're not going to move on.
I can hear the argument.
But why can't I hear the argument? Why would we engage with someone?
You can have premises that are not built upon each other, and you can have premises that are built upon each other.
Who disagrees with premises? That's the whole point of the argumentation that we are making.
That's like me starting out with an obviously false premise and then going into premise two. There's no point.
But you could have an obviously true premise and then going into premise two, which is, unique, and then it can be false.
So if you don't want to concede to make yourself look better on a Discord server, instead of just
I just want to hear the argument. I just want to hear the argument.
We're not trying to just let you hear the argument. That's not the point of the argument.
Fine. I just want to hear the argument. What's the argument?
Okay, so I'm going to take that you do agree with premise one because you are using it. And you have used it because...
I withhold judgment until I hear the argument.
Okay, then you're being dishonest because...
We've spent a long time on trying to be a dick right now.
Right when we joined this call...
Hey man, I really want to hear your argument.
Zeno.
Hey man, I really want to hear your argument. You need to agree or disagree.
You gotta listen for a second. You agree with the first premise because when you joined the call, we asked what proof you would need for God or for Christianity, and you said you require evidence. So premise one is speaking about evidence. Because evidence, premise one, humans use past experiences and observations to make predictions about future events. That is relying on evidence. That's what evidence is. So based on your past behavior, you do rely on evidence. So premise 2, this practice assumes that the future will resemble the past. And I'm sure you would agree with that. Premise 3, there is no logical necessity that the future must resemble the past. Premise 4, the principle of uniformity.
I wasn't paying attention. I was like looking at lighting. We've got all the premises. Let's go.
You agree with the first premise because when you joined the call, we asked what proof you would need for God or for Christianity, and you said you require evidence. So premise 1 is speaking about evidence, because evidence, premise 1, humans use past experiences and observations to make predictions about future events. That is relying on evidence. That's what evidence is. So based on your past behavior, you do rely on evidence. So premise 2, this practice
speak for yourself, motherfucker.
That the
I rely on my fucking vibes.
Future will resemble the past.
And it's never about the past. Sentient.
I'm sure you would agree with that. Premise 3, there is
Wait, what?
Future will resemble the past.
Future will resemble the past? Why are we presuming that? In what way? But that is way too vague. That is a very vague statement. Are we sure that's built off of the first one? Wait, what? The first premise, I think, is very true. This second one, though, the future will resemble the past. In what time frame? Just in general? I don't know. It's supposed to be, if he, uniquely right now, okay? This guy said that the second premise is built off the first one. And for that to be true, it would have to be something like this. Humans use the past and experience to influence themselves or inform themselves, right? And then something like humans are imperfect beings, or have imperfect information gathering devices, a brain. Therefore, humans imperfectly experience the past when they inform themselves. That would be an inductive argument with a premise built from the first one, right? This is much more broad than what he just said. The future will resemble the past? What?
Sure, you would agree with that. Premise 3, there is no logical necessity that the future must resemble.
Probably should start with the other one, right? Later, Globalize. I asked Grok to make predictions for me.
Resemble the past.
There's no logical necessity that the future must resemble the past. I don't know what he needs to he needs to focus this a little bit. It is kind of logical to think that it will in a general way, right?
Premise 4, the principle of uniformity cannot be justified by reason.
I don't know, actually, man. If he's getting this from somewhere else, I'd love to know what their reasoning is for it, because it just doesn't make sense to me.
Without relying on logical necessity that the future must resemble the past. Premise 4, the future will resemble the past. So premise 2, this practice assumes that the future will resemble
this practice. Okay, I didn't hear that part. So the human practice assumes the future will resemble the past?
The past. And I'm sure you would agree with that. Premise 3, there is no logical necessity that the future must resemble the past.
It's not logical to think that your experience, which is going to inform this, is not not a necessity. I feel like logically it is necessary and is one of the driving factors of why humans use the past to determine the future. What do we mean? Evolution, definitionally just ruins this premise.
Premise 4, the principle of uniformity cannot be justified.
Why the fuck are we talking about the principle of uniformity? Go look that up real fast. The principle of uniformity is the core idea that natural laws and processes operate consistently across time and space, meaning the future will resemble the past, and present observations can explain past events. This is a very old idea. I don't think in the modern world, this is kind of like an idea of induction, right? And I guess this is part of David Hume's principle, a problem of induction, right? Because it's a little circular. It uses evidential reasons, though, to like come up with its scientific basis, but I think this is just because we use uniformity to like look at rocks in the Earth's ground to understand the past of the Earth. I don't think is there's no. I don't really know if we can just make the jump. Okay, to God exists because of uniformity theory being geologically based.
By reason, without relying on past experiences. Premise 5, justifying it through past success is circular because
this is David Hume's problem of induction. I don't really know if this has anything to do with proving God.
It uses induction to defend induction. Therefore, inductive reasoning cannot be logically justified, even though it is commonly and practically relied upon.
In science, it is. But there are arguments against David Hume's problem of induction. So now I understand what he did. He took a bastardized bullet point list of David Hume's problem of induction.
In your framework, do you have a justification for induction?
Yeah, for like why we use it. Yeah, so a couple of problems I would have with
as for how it's justified.
Because it can make arguments that are cogent and strong. I think David Hume's problem of induction is, depending on who you talk to, it'd be all four of these. I think if we so here, let's just bring up David Hume's problem of induction real fast. We'll use Stanford's thing for this. So David Hume's problem of induction, all right, is I want to go to the first part, okay. As part of the analysis of the notions of cause and effect, Hume worked out, I'm going to zoom in a little because it's probably not that big. Are you serious? Thank you. I'm like, Jesus. Here we go. Hume introduces the problem of induction as part of an analysis of the notions of cause and effect. Hume worked with a picture widespread in the early modern period in which the mind was populated with mental entities called ideas. Spooky. Spooky. Entities. Hume thought that ultimately all our ideas could be traced back to the impressions of sense experience. In the simplest case, an idea enters the mind by being copied from the corresponding impression. The complex ideas are then created by the combination of simple ideas inductively. Hume took there to be a number of relations between the ideas, including the relation of causation. For Hume, the relation of causation is the only relation by means of which we can go beyond the evidence of our memory and senses. Suppose we have an object present to our senses, say gunpowder, we may then infer to an effect of that object, say the explosion. The causal relation links our past and present experience to our expectations about the future. So it's circular because it informs the explosion based on our experience of what gunpowder may do or can do. Hume argues that we cannot make a causal inference by purely a priori means. So using expectations to then inform an inference about what is going to happen is a circular idea to him, which obviously can make sense. We infer that the gunpowder will explode on the basis of past experience because of an association between the two. That's inductive reasoning, right? I think that's kind of a good representation of it. Now, let's go to the conjectures, okay? Hume takes demonstrative arguments to have conclusions which are relations of ideas, whereas probable or moral arguments have conclusions which are matters of fact. Hume's distinction between relations of ideas and matters of fact anticipates the distinction drawn by Kant between analytic and synthetic. A classic example of an analytic proposition is bachelors are unmarried men. And a synthetic proposition is my bike tire is flat. For Hume, demonstrative arguments which are based on a priori reasoning can establish only relations of ideas or analytic propositions. The association between a prioricity and analyticity underpins premise of P3, which states that a demonstrative argument establishes a conclusion whose negation is a contradiction. One possible response to Hume's problem is to deny premise 3 by allowing the possibility that a priori reasoning could give rise to synthetic propositions, and this is what Kant famously argued. Where he, again, Critique of Pure Reason. A lot of Critique of Pure Reason was critiquing the ideas of Rene Descartes and Hume and a lot of the logical writers of the Enlightenment. So he does this by a kind of reversal of the empiricist program espoused by Hume, where Hume tried to understand how the concept of causal or necessary connection could be based on experience. Kant argued that instead of experience, which comes only through the concepts of categories, or of the understanding, on his view, one can gain a priori knowledge despite of any. This is one of Kant's famous arguments, that we can actually get knowledge a priori transcendentally, right? The transcendental argumentation he has, which doesn't have any experience involved. It's one of the main arguments of him. So, to answer your question, Cyber, is the argument here completely true? I don't know if we can say all premises are true. There's a lot of argumentation against it. I think it could be strong. Is it cogent, uncogent, or it could be weak? I don't know. It's definitely not just, I don't know if you can just sit here and assume that it's true if you're talking to someone who knows how to argue against it.
No, I don't want your epistemic approach. I want justification for it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think we obtain justification?
Justification is showing something to be right. Logically, how can you justify this?
And what branch of philosophy is that under?
Any branch.
What do you mean? So do you not think that justifying realities are important then?
Okay, how do we come to know things? What branch of philosophy is that?
It's God. God reveals things to us, and that's the only way we can know things.
Brother, you just made a massive blunder. You said you don't want to hear my epistemic justification, but that's what epistemology is and deals with.
What?
What?
What are you talking about? I said I don't want to hear it. I want to hear the justification.
Yeah.
You're
He did kind of just say it.
Epistemology is how do you know your justification?
Can you name me two theories of justification? Like
oh my goodness, man.
Can you name me
one? Once again,
what's the JTB?
Your epistemic approach is
JTB?
different than asking you for justification, because I'm asking you for
justification is central to epistemology, so it is literally epistemology. It's called epistemic justification, so this is a massive blunder on the two gentlemen here. But I do just want to say again that this guy is an asshole for no reason, because he could right now, instead of trying to dunk on two kids, because he definitely knows what he's talking about here. I mean, if you'd like, we can just look it up. Okay. Justification is central to epistemology. It's I mean, he's not incorrect here whatsoever. There's different ones. Coherentism, like you said, foundationalism. Coherentism, I think, is weaker. He already mentioned one of them. But he could just take the time to help them, tell them. and not be an asshole.
For justification of your justification, which you cannot justify. Therefore, it is circular. That's the answer.
Bro, what's the JTB?
Okay, if we're gonna go off topic, we'll talk to somebody else.
This isn't off topic.
If we're not going to address the point, that's okay.
We're gonna talk.
God bless you.
Interesting conversation. The dude knew what he was talking about. He doesn't know how to communicate it well, though. Maybe we should work on that. The atheist guy, sorry. The caller, the guy who called him. He knew what he was talking about. He didn't know how to explain it well, though. He was more interested in trying to agitate or be, someone who can dunk on them. Didn't work. Primarily because he was an asshole and it's not his show. So not really a good way to do it. And then the two gentlemen, I think, were nice. Seemed like they knew a little bit. Not as much as the caller. Caller took advantage of that. I don't really think that conversation would be productive for anyone listening. Being honest. I don't know if that sounds like mean, but the premises that the Christian mentioned, he just did Hume's problem of induction, which the premises in the entire argument would be different depending on who you talk to. And I think there's a lot of contention concerning Hume's problem of induction. Kant, famously again, who I tend to actually really, I like Kant a lot. I don't know why I just identify with a lot of his writing and what he says, but his moral reasoning, his moral illustration, as well as how he talks about a potential or his critiques of reason, I guess, which Hume has based everything on. Again, Kant, in my opinion, made a very strong argument for the idea that some knowledge is transcendental, which would definitely invalidate some premises, if you agree with it, of David Hume's problem of induction. Because there's a dilemma there, like an issue. They don't neatly correspond with each other. Hume essentially implies that's not true, but things like space and time, I think Kant makes a very good argument about them being something we know and experience without ever experiencing them. So I don't know that I think I would agree with all the premises. I tend to agree with Kant a lot. So that doesn't mean I'm like going to say he's 100% true, though. It's just, I think those ideas make it more complex than just simply saying, yeah, every one of the things you just said is true. I think that makes sense, right? Thank you. I try not to be too mean. I just, the atheist caller guy, I did not like him. I don't really know why people need to be assholes for no reason other than to be assholes. You know what I mean? Like, he had a chance there to make it productive and have like a conversation that both of them could walk away with something new. That didn't happen though. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I everyone can fall into that habit, right? I'm definitely pretty disrespectful towards people who deserve it, but I don't really know if those kids deserved to be called malnourished. Like, what the fuck? That's what you're supposedly calling in for, right? To like have a conversation. Like, why the fuck would you say that? Unless you were being attacked in a way that would necessitate that, which not many. I didn't really see a moment for that to happen. I don't know. Malnourished, he said. It was a fucking weird thing to say. That is some reverb, bro. Holy mother. What does it sound like? Oh, yeah. That's one part. Okay, so one part where that part I didn't really understand either. Maybe we just didn't get to hear him explain it more, but simply something is wrong because it's detrimental to the human experience is just what? Everything is can almost be described as detrimental in some way. It felt naive. He definitely had a lack of justification there. Even if it seemed at the end he knew very much what justification was. I don't know if he was just Googling it, because he explicitly was very correct at the end. Started naming off how justification is central to it, so. But it kind of felt like he just Googled it at the end there. I don't know. We didn't get to hear him continue talking about it. Maybe that's what happened. I feel like in modern conversation, you have to be prepared for someone who can find information fast, right? So maybe he did that actually. Yeah, that part I didn't understand either. Part of me now thinks that he just kind of Googled this shit at the end and didn't know what he was talking about that much. Because he suddenly had like a weird clarity moment of just like definitionally, you know, just epistemic justification. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I don't know how you can misrepresent Sam Harris's argument that much. Because he's definitely a moral objectivist. It didn't make sense to me. It was weird. It was weird. I kind of like that, what I was playing earlier. That sound okay? Put some strings to it. Oops, fuck. You're welcome, man. Later, man. Hope you have one wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for the video. And you didn't say anything controversial. Bad. You're good, man. I don't have to think too hard about that. Because I don't really think you do that. Zach? ARPs. It's ARP time.
"16 years of sweep picking progress in 60 seconds. In 2007, I started playing my first two-string arpeggios with a sloppy picking technique somewhere between sweep picking and alternate picking. In 2011, I got into technical death metal. The sweeping motion looks better, but you can hear a lot of overlapping notes in the arpeggios. Things are starting to look and sound more interesting, but the reverse picking angle prevented me from building more speed. In 2020, I switched to a much better pick grip, but at high speeds I was always muting the middle section of the arpeggios. And now in 2023 you can hear nice open sounding arpeggios at very high speeds with some more interesting patterns. If you'd like to get the same results, head over to my Patreon page, it's pinned as the first.
It's such a good guitarist. He's ridiculous.
Cheapest to most expensive Ibanez guitar at Sweetwater. Let me know which one you like the most in the comments.
Pickups in this one sound nice. I like the last one. The pickups in that were sick. That sounds good too.
Cheap.
That was pretty cool. Writing Divorced Dad Rock Meets Country. Nice. Getting rid of you really fast. That one too. You, and then... Rippage. Yeah. Give me a second. Just fixing my fucking camera. That should be good. Right? Yeah. That's good. It is? That should be good now. I'll deal. Never know what size for this game for the fucking camera. Let's see. Actually, I know a YouTuber who. Me? Invite you.
Hey.
What's up? Shit. You want to join Discord or no? Might better if we do it there. No. Ooh. Lovely. I'm pretty sure she has a good camera spot. Okay, it's right there. Doesn't have to be a little smaller.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what my hotkey is for that's why. It's I think that should work. And hers is a little higher. The game.
Appreciate it. Thank you. That's very nice.
That should be fine.
Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez.
Test 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't have my assigned to push talk.
Or are you in Discord? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't remember my button for talking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had the stream just pause, so it didn't.
No, you're good.
In the background.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to use this or Discord?
Whatever's better. Either's fine.
I think Discord's better, right?
Alright.
Yeah. And then my camera should be good now. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this.
So you should turn off the in-game because I can still.
Yeah,
hear
I'm gonna turn it
you
off now.
in-game
All right, it should be off now. Good.
Yep. I'm gonna go in with a Anvil Stitcher.
It's like a basic one or a full setup.
Well, they've got some mods on them, but
Okay.
nothing crazy. I'll bring a hatch key unless we're doing a night raid or a storm.
I think we're gonna do storm or night raid.
Okay.
See, I still need to do. I need to do the first wave husks. I can get a higher score on that for trials if you're down. And damn electromagnetic.
Oh, okay.
So probably
Yeah, actually.
don't
I
take a
haven't been really
massive kit.
focusing on the trials, but I got the Anvil blueprint, the Il Toro, Jolt mine, and light gun parts if you need any of those.
No, I don't need any. I have everything besides the Tempest blueprint. I think. Cannot find that shit.
Okay.
Just bring a light shield and like your anvil, and then don't bring anything else. Because we're gonna be trying to find the husks in the ground mostly.
Like of the small, like wasps. Or
Wasps and the
the
Rocketeers
larger ones?
and the Baron. All husks. Need to turn you up and
On
just.
a storm, okay.
Yeah, there's more of them on the storm. If I'm not mistaken. Or you get more
What
points.
do you get for that? Or are you just trying to get the outfit that you get at the end?
I'm Daredevil 2 right now, so and I just dropped out of I need 1,500 more points to make sure I can get a promotion. So need to get a good run here. Let me pull up a map too.
I've never really focused on the trials. Like if I happen to complete them, then I'm like, okay, cool, I got a blueprint or whatever.
I started doing them. They're pretty fun. So damn battlegrounds and then Arc probe. Don't want that. We could try to do the probe too, but no. Let's just do the. So. Yeah. Okay. I have a map pulled up, so I'll be able to tell us where to go. Okay. But try and stay light so you can run fast.
Could I bring some adrenaline?
Yeah. Bring a bunch. Bring a bunch. I'm gonna bring
Cancel then.
some zips
I
as
think I
well.
have some. No, but I can make some.
Hopefully no one fucks with us. I've been kind of friendly lately, so the lobby for me should be pretty friendly, but we'll see.
Not me.
Oh shit. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I had a
That's fine.
bunch of night raids today though that I got out with blueprints.
3, 2. This I'm gonna bring instead. And then plus those. I do have some keys, but we probably won't have time to use them, but I don't know, just in case. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Alright,
I don't have
should be
any
good.
damn keys, just Spaceport, Stella.
I don't think we'll have time
Okay.
even like go to try and get them. So are you ready though?
Yep.
Alright, cool. So all I'm bringing is an anvil and heavy ammo, and then a bunch of stuff to try and run around fast. And I'll bring.
I've got an anvil and stitcher, but I've got 70 weight, so it'll be a while before I'm full.
Alright, so our goal is to get to old battleground really fast, and then work our way through the swamp south to the electrical substation, and then go to testing annex, and then go across the Red Lake towards the power generation complex.
All right.
And we're looking for like Rocketeer husks and Wasp husks. So I kind of want to start at the Pattern House, I think is what it's called, or where the fuck it is. Pale Apartments, that's right.
I guess it depends where we spawn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of them on that little island.
Yeah, the little island is going to be first or last, depending on where we... Okay, so we're going to go through the Red Lakes, okay? First spot should be right here.
Let's move to that location.
Actually, there should be one right next to us.
Hello? If anyone can hear me, an electromagnetic storm is currently raging.
Behind us, I think, right here.
Beware the lightning strikes if you're outdoors.
See, do you see one?
Oh, okay. Yeah, right here. Reach and search.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. I don't know how to see that.
Doesn't matter if...
It doesn't matter if you breach it, yeah. All you have to do is search it.
Okay.
And then we're going to here.
Go to that location.
I have a zip line too.
Yeah, I have like 3. Oh, Rocketeer one. Let's go. Fucking hate that. Okay. Next one should be. Did you search it?
Oh no.
Yep.
I thought it didn't matter.
I don't know if it does it for both of us, so. Next one should be around here. Like right here.
Let's move to that location.
Is there a small one somewhere over here?
Searching.
That's okay. We'll just move forward. I don't think there's a guarantee spawn, so.
Go to that location.
At least I don't think so. We're gonna go here now. Yeah, I'm right on main right here. Ah! There's a light ammo on him, and then we're gonna go to this thing.
Look up. Danger.
Should be like 4 in here.
Good for getting these power cells.
Yeah. Oh, that still got me. Okay.
Oh, is this one right here? Oh, it's a raider cache. Checking this
These
one.
will all be breached when you get in here, okay? There should be 4. There's one right outside and then 2 inside. Oh, okay. Weird.
Oh, hell yeah. Don't think I've ever come in here.
Oop, I just
Now taking these power cells for making rechargers?
I already have a bunch. I have like 30 of the bigger ones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, way too many.
I've been buying them lately.
We're definitely on good track right now. We need to go
This is
here.
efficient.
Let's go to that location.
People dying to the Rocketeer over there. Alright. Oh shit.
Leaper.
Fucking leaper. Jesus Christ. Oh god. We're good, we're good, we're good. Should be one up top here, I think. Yeah, Rocketeer. There it is.
Looks like a bunch of rubble.
Right here.
A Rocketeer husk. Up here.
And then we go across to this. Yeah.
Let's move to that location.
Damn, this is the method for getting power cells.
Is that one right there?
There.
I think so. You want to check that?
Yeah, I'm checking.
My ping on the left? I think that was one.
Put some shots over that way.
Is there one there?
Yep.
Okay.
Reach and search.
That one was not on the map. It just looked like one. And then there's one right by this
Over
building.
there. Let's move to that location.
And 2 down here. We're already at 6,000. Let's go.
Are you tracking the trial? Oh yeah, one on me.
And there's one on the other side. Can I make it? Oh, damn. I was like, I wonder if I can make it. And then we go up to this.
Go to the red
Could be
light
one up
hatch.
there. Yeah, I'm tracking. If you go to your map, right, and you go to logbook, you can track what your points are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know you could track the trials for whenever you focus on
There's
that.
2 up here actually.
Here.
Oh fuck! Dick. Ah. Right, and then we have middle here?
Let's
Yeah,
go to that
right there.
location.
I think someone already opened these. Is there one over here? Oh. And we'll...
I just opened the Rocketeer. Was there another?
Go to that
I think there's two around here, but
Go to
it's
that
alright.
location.
It's just that one, right? Yeah. It's okay. I don't want to...
People right there.
Down there.
Right across there.
we're friendly.
Just,
We're friendly. Are you friendly? Friendly? No? Thank you.
right there too.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking. Friendly?
Are they replying?
They haven't replied yet, but...
The Husks.
You get... There's two right here.
Down here.
I think they're friendly. They're trying to do the same thing we are. There's like three right here. Sick.
Let's hope they don't shoot me while I'm moving here.
We do have to go towards them though, unfortunately, for us. Is the electrical tower over there?
Let's move to that location.
Right there.
So I got one here. Oh, the
It
big
should be three.
Sorry.
One right here as well.
Rocketeer Husk, the water facility.
We'll save that for us. On the road again. Oh, we're definitely gonna beat our high score. Go. These guys are doing the same thing. You guys are friendly, right? You good? Yeah. Cool. Thank you. I didn't bring my freaking book. I don't know where this one is, so we have to go into wreckage up here.
Go to that location.
You have adrenaline still?
Yep. Where was the one over?
I
around
couldn't find
here?
it.
Was there-
I couldn't find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm running around to you.
If it takes too long to find it, there's a lot more on the map further north that we need to get to, so I'd rather just make sure we can get to those, you know.
There's one here.
Oh, there is?
You should search.
I think that's the one I was looking for. Nice. They're kind of hard to see, so. How did I not see that? I feel like I walked right over this.
You're still in the in-game chat.
It's hard.
You gotta see the glimmer of them in the
I'll go left, go left.
with a little shine.
I want to go up the side where Scrapyard is.
Okay.
Right. My ping is on the right spot, actually.
Taking this out. I hear a leaper.
So do I. I think it's the one down there, though.
You still have a proximity chat on it.
Oh, I do? Yeah, I have proximity on, yeah. That's just so I can say friendly, if we're friendly. Well, we are friendly right now. Like fast. I don't think this Baron Husk is one you can do. Right now.
Here's one.
There we go, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Oh, there's another one right here. I didn't see it.
I need metal parts so all this arc alloy will break down nice. I'm at 51 out of 70 weight.
I have like 800 metal parts. I need chemicals and rubber parts.
So much to make the mechanical
Yeah.
components for upgrading guns.
I have like 40 some of that. I think there's one right around here. In the middle clearing? Yeah, there's one right here.
Because most of the stuff I get, I upgrade at least till level 3 or 4.
You don't need to open up the art courier. Doesn't count. Unless you want to.
Yeah, just looking for advanced arc circuitry.
Oh, here's another one. This one's not on the map. A quick little check behind. No. Okay, so now.
For some reason, these ones aren't really sparking when.
Yeah, some of them are sparking, some aren't. We need to go right here.
Let's move to that location.
Are there lots of? I feel like I remember seeing a bunch of them in this area right here, though. Is that not accurate? It doesn't look like it, actually.
I don't spend too much time here, but I would assume so.
Let's just go to my ping. Oh shit, I'm already at 14,000. 16 minutes left, and we haven't even hit the old battleground. Yeah, this is gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Do we have to get out to get that trial?
We do, yeah. We do.
Okay.
I see people dying over there, but should hurry and get this one and then get out. Oh, here it is.
Wait till
There's two right here.
Fill. Give me some rats.
Okay. Now we want to go right here.
Go to the Baron's hatch.
We are freaking mobbing.
I still have a couple of adrenaline.
I just ran out. That's okay though. We're making good time, so. Don't see any more. Trying to get some ground.
Do you see anything on the water tower? I have a zipline if there's weapons created.
Might as well use it. I'll use mine first since I'm already closer.
But you can ping and see if there's one there before you waste
We'll
it.
just zip down from it no matter what anyway. This gives us a vantage point to see if there's anything anyway. There isn't anything on here, but it's not a big deal. Do you see any? I don't see any.
So just towards that point?
Yeah, just towards that point. Yeah, there's nothing here. Nice. Should be one right here, though. I believe.
Yeah, there's always one by these hatches.
By the Baron's hatch.
There?
There it is,
that
yeah. I feel like I see them everywhere, but now that we're doing the thing, it's like they're hard to find, right?
Yeah, we better.
But we're almost at the best spot. The best spot is
Let's go to that location.
the old battleground, right? There's just tons over here. Oh, I feel like I just got stuck. I have no adrenaline, so I'm sorry. I'm behind. I am behind.
My eyes peeled. Alright, I think that's a rocketeer there.
By that outpost.
Yeah, that's the one I pinged. Yeah, that's the one.
It's already been breached.
It doesn't matter. You still get the points if you search it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Someone's been here.
I'm check on the. Oh, there's another one right here. Hey, another one right here.
Oh, this one hasn't been breached.
We need to do the Baron Husk, by the way. This thing.
Baron Husk.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that one Rocketeer that you just opened, and then we'll go to the Baron Husk.
Rocketeer driver.
Yeah, you can find Rocketeer drivers in. Oh my god, I'm almost at
There was
my
another
score already.
Small one.
No, big one. Another Rocketeer.
Okay. My inventory's full just on power cells. I'm gonna have all the shield rechargers I'll ever need. Where'd you go? Okay.
I still got lots of time too. I feel like someone already breached this, right? Yeah. Good. We're in business. Well, I'm at my score already, so we have 12 minutes to fucking me to get.
Should I breach it too?
It's what do you mean? Yeah, search it, search it. Oh shit, I got it, I got it.
Search it? Oh.
Okay. Fuck, I suck. You don't have to breach it, so.
Alright.
And then we need to go to this. Yeah, right here.
To that location.
This is where you really rack up the points, so. Like, this spot's crazy, right?
Oh, crazy for the Great Malign. Grabbing this real quick.
I found one right here.
Wasp Husk. Over here.
Oh, there's another one over here.
A Wasp Husk.
So right here. There it was.
Okay, cool.
And then across the river. Right here.
Wasp Husk. Over here.
I haven't reopened it yet, damn it. And then we go across. So this part is like, they're just everywhere, so.
Go to the old battleground.
Try and make sure we hit them all. I feel like these have got to already be open, so. Wait,
Alright, I'm searching.
where is one on the outside here?
An arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing.
Oh, it's a little higher.
10 minutes to get
Right
out.
there.
10 minutes.
Already breached.
Yeah, it should already be breached, I think. And then there's a Baron Husk here too. In the middle. I know that there's one here, here,
Yeah, already open.
here. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Have you seen this
Yeah,
before?
I have a bunch of them.
Fossilized Lichen?
Yeah, I have a bunch of them. And
I
then
don't know what it's used for, but I've only seen it a couple times.
there's one here, here. So what we're gonna do is, you already got this one, right? This one right here,
The big one, yeah.
right here,
Didn't get these two.
the hidden one,
Rocketeer Husk.
over here.
Alright, 1 sec. Let me just get these two I'm on right
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back though. So, want them in a better flow chart. So there is one back there. You got this one, right?
This one?
Rocketeer Husk. Over there.
You see my ping?
Yep.
So the one back there? Yeah. Ah. And then we can go over to where you just were. believe there's another one over here. Could be the wrong one. Oh, right here. This guy.
A Rocketeer husk. Over here.
Oh, and 2 small ones.
Wasp husk. There.
Let's go. Okay. At 2,400 or 24,000, let's go. Wait, I thought I breached this one. What the? Didn't I already breach this?
Yeah, you did. I searched it.
What
That's
the
weird.
fuck? That's weird. And then we go to where you were going, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm at 24.6.
Right here.
Over here.
Okay. Personal best.
This one I don't think I got yet.
Which
Well, the
time
Rocketeer's
left?
like right there.
Oh,
And this one.
Rocketeer husk. There.
There's a second one.
Ah,
Yes.
see one right here.
Look there.
Yeah, this guy. And is that one as well?
Over there. Over here.
No. Oh, there's one right here too.
Wasp husk.
Oh my god, dude.
God,
Endless.
So many.
Endless. And then there's a Rocketeer one right here.
A Rocketeer husk. Here.
Can I breach this? I'm not really.
Oh, I found another Rocketeer husk. I think. Right here. Yeah, yeah.
Rocketeer husk.
I'm breaching this one.
Oh, and a small one right next to it. Holy crap. Honestly, we can probably just start going after the extract after this.
We get the ones over here.
Yeah, I got that one, and then there's one right here.
Here.
And then after these two, I think we can just extract.
This one says breach for me.
I didn't get that one yet. Oh
Oh
shit.
shit, Rocketeer.
Yeah. Run!
It's not good.
Run! Oh. Not good, my friend. You good? I don't have a defib, by the way, so do not die.
Did it see me? Did I hide?
Here, I threw a smoke at you. I threw a smoke at you. You want to try and use it?
Should I not run towards you?
I have enough smoke, but
I think I can. Does it see me here?
might. I think it's went over.
You have to get the water treatment.
Fuck! Stuck. Hide, hide.
There's the Rocketeer. I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
We should start going to water treatment though.
Yeah, I have enough. I have enough. I'm at 30,000. Let's go.
Watch out for that arc.
It's not. It's not aggroed anymore. Oh fuck! Missed. Stupid thing. I missed a few, but I'm like,
Oh, people ahead of us. I saw
Huh?
people running.
that's fine. Go right,
I
go
saw
right.
movement.
Go right.
I might be wrong.
Oh fuck! I missed. I think I just aggroed behind them too. Fuck me. Fine. Whatever. We have to take these things out. I'm just gonna use these. I don't want to deal with them right now.
Nice.
Okay. You sure you saw people?
It might not have been. Could have been something blowing in the wind or tumbleweed.
Yeah.
It looked like a person. It was hard to see in the dark. Might not have been.
My latency right now is really bad. I don't know why. Friendly. You're friendly. 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 That's no Superman. That's no here. Right, come here. Over here.
Over there. Hornet, over there.
You're good. I have a smoke, by the way. Is that you?
Yep.
Okay. Open? Oh, a little early.
Over there. Watch out.
What? Oh, we're good. Ugh. There's people. Must resist the urge to loot because we need to get out.
Oh, come on.
Fuck. All right, there we go. That's definitely what I wanted.
2 minutes left. Let's see what we got here. $38,000 just from like scavenging.
38,000?
Like total, 26,000 was from scavenging.
I just got 30,000 points. So now I wonder how high I am on the leaderboard now. Let's see.
Oh damn! I got a hull cracker, heavy gun parts, and a extended medium mag 2 blueprint. You need that?
I'm 26. I barely even went up. That's crazy. But now it's going to be hard for me to get kicked off, I think. Some people, 183,000, bro. What?
And that has to all be in one round, or?
It's all the trials put together.
Okay.
And my matriarch one, my queen and matriarch, I could do more. So I'm in like a hard, I think, thing now though. I guess once you get to Daredevil, obviously it's a little bit more competitive. But I should be Daredevil 3, I think, out of this. Yeah. Which I'm almost at hotshot then after that. We'll see.
Got like 46 arc power cells there. Making 34 shield rechargers.
Night Raid Buried City. Night Raid Buried City, okay.
Do you need the medium mag 2 blueprint?
No, I don't need anything. Just the Tempest. Literally all I need. Figure out why my mouse is so annoying right now. Latency. The heck? If I turn on ultra latency, I guess. Maybe background application setting.
Are we doing the same thing, or what's the plan?
No, I have Buried City on. Night Raid.
Okay, I think I might have a Buried City key. Let's see. No, just Spaceport and Bluegate.
That feels a little better. There we go. Need to go to workshop real fast. Need chemicals and rubber parts, I think. No, just chemicals, looks like now. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, hate the fucking crafting bug. It's so annoying. You're so annoying, bro. Fucking crafting bug. Chemicals. All I really need is chemicals now. Shouldn't be too hard.
For what?
Chemicals? That's all I need is just chemicals. In general.
Yeah, but what do you need them for? The only thing I really use
Grenades and stuff.
Adrenaline shots or grenades, yeah. I'm always low on metal and rubber for making the mechanical parts.
I need utility, this.
So we're doing a night raid, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The night.
Are we doing anything specific, like for a trial?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's going in to kill, I think. If you're down. No, I don't need to worry about it. No, I can just kill. Okay. Oh, the Rocketeer drivers. Let's see about this. I'm gonna swap these out with. Oops. I think 2 should be enough. And then I'm gonna take a shotgun. Do Il Toro. Boom, bada bing.
Do you need any attachments for the Il Toro? I
Nah.
have some shotgun stuff.
I've got tons. I think I'm good. I just need I need to make fucking. I can only make 3. Jesus. I need chemicals bad. Lord.
I think you can buy them with seeds.
Got something for me?
You have seeds built up.
Yeah, but I buy the other more important stuff with them. Pretty much.
Here's a good one.
Seeds.
What?
I think what was it? The trying to think. One I bought with springs and gun parts. The snap hook blueprint.
Just reminded me. I'm gonna take my snap hook. Oh wait, I lost my snap hook. Fuck. That's right. Scared.
Have you
signs of that
that
location.
right
Dark
there,
yet, Raider?
there's sometimes
Loot is
gun
ripe for the
case.
picking while most of Toledo is asleep.
What?
Though my supply...
Right. You said words?
Do you know about this room?
This roof?
No, the room
The room.
over here.
The one in the Marana station? Yeah.
You breach into
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
The place is a hotspot. Light's still a little bright. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix my light really quick. What I need to do with my camera, turn that up, brightness up. I think that should be okay. One more, yeah. Thank you.
Exos modules.
With
Nice.
one escape. Oh, I need exos modules.
You do? Here
Yep.
you go. Oh no, it's a magnetic accelerator. Sorry.
That's fine. I'll take it anyway.
Have it
Screw.
if you want though.
Accelerator.
Mm.
Here.
I'll take it anyway. Screw. Oh, have you ever gone up here?
I got tons.
Oh fuck! I just fucked
I
up.
know there's some like rooftop that
Right here.
have a gun case around here.
Right here.
This one?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, it's not up here.
Okay.
But sometimes
this
it's like right.
bus can have one too.
Oh, the surveyor.
Nope, not today.
Berletta. I need gun parts badly. Chemicals, gun parts, and rubber parts, man.
Where
Kind
are
of.
you thinking of going?
Go to that location.
There's that spot in the
go to
parking
hospital.
garage
Let's go to
where
the
you breach that door.
Let's go to hospital.
Alright.
Yeah, hospital's fun.
I think I hear a Rocketeer.
Yep, to your right. It's facing the other way though.
Rocketeer.
I'm gonna go to the second floor.
Sounds like
Yep.
someone's
Actually,
in there.
wait. I'm just gonna walk up here. In there.
In there.
Oh, it's red.
Yeah.
They're right there. Right there. Oh, fuck! I missed. Fuck! I missed my shot. Watch out! Watch out!
Damn. Yeah,
Why did you just run in like that?
Watch out, Raider.
I
Over
wanted
here.
to get him while he was off guard.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a play. I think I'm burning one. I'm burning one. Let's see. I missed my. Oh, fuck. Oh, I rolled the other way. That's not good.
Run away.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
I thought he would swing closer.
That was my bad.
You kind of just ran in there.
I thought it was just the one guy.
Also,